What up, soul family? This is the Temple of Healing, Lighthouse Delphi. I'm your oracle, Sarah the Mediterranean Goddess, 1111, and I am here in Little Rock, Arkansas. What up? Hey. So, I'm like 4 hours from home. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas. I drove today like nine hours. So I was supposed to leave Knoxville on Tuesday, but I needed a little bit more rest, and plus I just needed like one more day of those high vibe frequencies. So I left this morning at like 11, and then there's a time zone change. So I drove from like 11 this morning until I stopped at 9, or what time was it? I stopped at 8, but I crossed the time zone change, so it would have been 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm really tired, guys, so I drove from like 11 to 9, and then I stopped, and I was trying to decide. I was like, do I want to get a room? Like, do I want to keep driving? Yeah, I purged like the first 2-3 hours of driving. I was purging and integrating and crying, and I was getting all kinds of signs. I saw a lighthouse. I saw another sign that said reflection. I saw another sign that said ascension. I saw another sign that said raven. I saw another sign that said heaven. Those were all the signs coming back home. The signs that I got going there were completely different. I have a video that I did a reel, and it had like all the different signs that I was seeing on the way there. This sign's on the way back. It's a complete upgrade. So the first like 3 hours of driving, I was crying. Hello. So like the first like 3 hours, I was purging, and it so happens that I have an amazing friend that knows astrology really well, and she let me know that my Chiron was in my Mercury right now, in my 7th house of relationships. So I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was having a lot of purging going on, like with my thoughts and my feelings. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And then she's like, well, Chiron is in your fucking Mercury right now. It's retrograde also, and in your 7th house. And I was like, wow, it's a bunch of bullshit. But it helped me understand myself a little bit better. So I allowed myself to cry, and I allowed all those emotions to happen. And then I just been integrating ever since then. So like the next 6 hours of driving was all like integration. And that's when I was seeing all those signs about like ascension and reflection and, rebirth. And I was like, okay, God. So we're always going from glory to glory. We're always, if we desire. And I don't desire to be stagnant. I desire for expansion and growth. So that's what this trip home has been, is a whole bunch of expansion and growth. And so anyways, I stopped at like 8 o'clock, and I was gonna keep driving because, like I said, I only had 4 more hours. So I stopped and I asked Spirit. I was like, Spirit, do you want me to keep driving the 4 hours and just go home, or what do you want me to do? And Spirit's like, I want you to stop where you're at in Little Rock. And I'm like, all right. So I stopped here. And I'm over here. I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the spot that I'm at because, like I said, like I thought about getting an Airbnb or I thought about getting a room or whatever. And then I was like, nah, I want to save my money. You know, I'm going to sleep back here. I got my pillows. I got my blankets. You know, it's not what I would prefer as a divine feminine, but it works, and it's kind of fun and adventurous too at the same time. So I was watching because like I'm really tired and I want to go to sleep, but there's so much action going on over here that I was like, I think I'm gonna go live and smoke and then try to fall asleep for a couple hours. Hi. But check this out, ladies. So while I was here, I was praying, and God told me about there's mountains nearby here. And if you guys have followed me at all on my journey, you know that in March, I went to the Rocky Mountains because Source was calling me for me to have healing and chakra clearing and all that in the Rockies. So I went to the Rockies in March. That was by faith. And then now I went to the Appalachian Mountains, which was in Tennessee. And I got activations there and healing activations there. And then now I'm right below me, an hour. So it's an hour out of the way. I'm 4 hours from home, but it's an hour out of the way. Is the Ouachita Mountains. The Ouachita. All right, guys. And the Ouachita Mountains, they were occupied by the Quapaw. By the Quapaw, the Native American tribe. And so I feel it calling me. And I was like, okay, God, so what do you want me to do? Stay at this rest stop until sunlight and then go an hour south to the Ouachita Mountains. And check this out, guys. They have thermal water. They have thermal water there. Yeah. Man, the mosquitoes. I got my windows rolled down because it's like a heat wave over here. It's a heat wave. It's a heat wave down south United States right now. It's an excessive heat warning. It's supposed to be 106 degrees in Tulsa when I get there. So anyways, make a long story short, y'all. Source is calling me instead of going because it's it's 4 hours. My house is 4 hours west of here. But if I go to the Ouachita Mountains, where the Quapaw Native American tribe is from, their healing land and their healing waters are there. That is an hour south. So I'll have to drive an hour south and then 4 hours west. And I think I'm going to do it. The thermal pools, of course, they have like really like bougie packages and shit like that for the thermal pools. But I want to just have like, you know, more of like, of course I want like the whole massage package, but I don't really have the money for that right now. So I was going to just do like the most natural thing that they have. And it's the thermal soaking pools. And you can go all day for $30. And they have like 6 different pools with 6 different temperatures. It starts at like 94 degrees and it goes up to 104 degrees. And they're indoor. So which is, I rather prefer outdoor because the one in Colorado I went to was outdoor. But this one is indoor, which I don't mind because the excessive heat warning that is going to be happening, you know, and I don't want to be like outside in excessive heat in a hot ass thermal pool. So I'm cool with it being indoor. So I think tomorrow, when I go live tomorrow morning, I'm going to be driving to the Ouachita Mountains, where the Quapaw Native American tribes, they used to dig mud holes into the earth, and they used to sit in these healing waters. And these healing waters, they were prescribed, what the fuck, man? I don't like people walking all next to my car. But the thermal waters were prescribed by doctors all the way in the all the way to like 1970. And then in the 1970s, I guess people started turning towards, big pharma instead of the holistic healing. And so that bath area and the healing lands got shut down for like 20 years because nobody was like using it for healing. But now it's like coming back. So I really feel led to go to the healing waters, the healing native land, get some more healing, get some more codes and all that. And it's funny because I thought I'd be home by today. I thought, okay, I'm going to leave on Tuesday. I'll be home by Wednesday or Thursday morning. And it's like turned into something extra cool because purging, integration, and then now another healing activation after that in a whole nother mountain range, in a whole nother Native American tribe, a whole nother healing area. And then it's probably going to be more upgrades and more purging and integration after that. So it's a lot of shit. So tonight I'm just going to try to relax in this busy ass parking lot. I'll show you guys the parking lot in a minute. But I'm going to try to rest in my little makeshift bed for a little while before the sun comes up. And then I'm going to drive out there. But y'all, check this out. When I was driving to Knoxville, when I was driving to Corey's house, the gas stations over there were so quiet and peaceful and like beautiful surroundings. I just like parked my car, took like a nap. Like it felt so safe. Over here, just, man, there's all kinds of buses pulling up. There's all kinds of like, there's a lot of shit happening in the Astros over here. So it's kind of hard for me to rest because there's so much shit going on. But I'm going to smoke this joint. I'm going to take a walk around the building. And I'm going to put a protective white light around my car. And then I'm going to go in the back and sleep for like 3 hours. And it's so funny because I low-key love the adventure. It's so goofy. I low-key love the adventure. Yeah, it's a deep inner calling for sure. Is there a river or a lake you can bathe in, and was the earth over the body and face? So the reason why they don't let you do it outside is because the waters that come out the earth are 143 degrees, and so you'll burn your skin. So what they do is they take the water they like pipe it in. They pipe it in to the bathhouses, and they have a cooling system that cools it down. So I know it doesn't give the same effect as like being outside and being in the actual earth, but it still carries all the same minerals. It still carries all the same properties as the water, you know? It's just cooled down. Dang, you've been buried in one? So I'm not gonna, I wish I could bottle that water, but it's okay, I'm gonna say something. It's healing waters, right? But you have to realize that it's public and they don't put chlorine or anything, right? It's just all natural. So there's still bacteria growth in it. And so that's the only reason why I wouldn't use it for my products, is because even though there's a lot of like, it's healing waters, there's still like natural bacteria and things like that in there. Ashe, Lucy. Ooh, I feel you will cross paths with someone there and it will be divinely orchestrated. Ashe. Peace and blessings upon you and every one of your family now and forever. Ashe. Ashe. So, just wanted a little bit of company, I guess, from Soul Family as I cap my night out over here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Yo, it's so busy over here. Look at this shit. It's so busy. Like, you're talking, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And this shit is like all kinds of people and everything. Why you want? Why you over there modeling? Damn, they ready to talk to a motherfucker. I'm like, shit, let me put my windows up. I'm gonna have to hotbox the car, ladies. I'll have to hotbox the car. Go to put your window down. Can't do shit. Anyways, that's why I don't recommend being a single female and traveling by yourself like I did. But I'm going to tell you what, though. I have so much experience in doing this. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. I've been traveling since I was like 7. So when I was like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, we took several trips across the United States, and we weren't like super poor growing up, but we didn't have a lot of money, and we just slept at rest stops. We ate sandwiches, and so this is kind of luxurious in a way. Like, I have the whole back seat to sleep in. When I was young and I used to travel like that, I used to have to share with my brothers. So I would have like one brother up front and then 2 brothers in the back with me. So I was trying to sleep in the back with 2 of my brothers. I was like, what the fuck? So now that I'm an adult, I've traveled several times. I prefer planes. I've traveled twice a year to the East Coast to visit my mother for the past 20 years. So that's like 40 flights that I've traveled. And then I've also drove to my mom's by myself with my children, 3 kids and me, across the United States twice. And then you know, I drove with my kids to Colorado, which that was the craziest drive. I've driven a lot of places, you guys. Rach, that drive to Colorado was like, it took so much faith for me to do that. A lot of faith, because the roads were like Colorado roads. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I thought maybe it wasn't going to be that bad, but it was a lot. So, and then I've done this trip, you know, and so I'm used to the travel aspect, and you kind of grow to enjoy the adventure. But when I have my kids, I never do this. I always get a hotel, because, you know, I'm not going to have my kids like my parents had me. My parents had me literally in the car like that. And we never got the hotel. We didn't get showers. You know, with my kids, I stop with them. We go swimming at the hotels. We take showers, all that stuff. So I don't have my kids for the first time right now. So it's like, shit, I could get an Airbnb. They had some good priced ones, you know, but I was just like, nah, let me just go to sleep in the back. But I didn't realize that it wasn't going to be like the gas stations next to Corey's house where I was taking a nap. Those are like so calm and serene. This gas station is fucking crazy. Little Rock has that's why I'm here. Okay, source. Little Rock got some crazy spirits. They got some spirits here in this city. I was wondering, source had me sitting for like 3 hours, Rachel, inside of the store. I was charging my phone and my phone got charged, and then source was like, nah, I want you to stay sitting here. And people were staring at me, and I was saying hi and shit like that, but I was like, why does source want me to stay in this store? I didn't realize that just my presence alone sitting in the store raises the frequency. That's why I can't even crack my window. You see me crack my window and the guy already started talking to me. So I have to be careful, but I have to understand my power too. Dang. We breaking strongholds. Ashe, source. But it's kind of made me to where I can't sleep. Because I'm like, shit. But I will. Because peace is not an outside thing. You know? Peace and protection is just, it's like a knowing that I have. And that's why I can sit here as a single female and know that I'm all right. Of course, we got to use wisdom, right? But I rolled this joint earlier. Yes, girl, I couldn't even roll down my window. He's like, hey, oh. I'm like, oh, shit. I rolled this joint this morning. And when I was pulling off out of the driveway and I was leaving, I was like, okay, I'm going to light this joint. I've been trying to, it's 222 over here. I've been trying to smoke this joint all day. You know how much I smoke. You know how much I enjoy my herbal medicine. And it was like I was too busy. I was too busy purging, and like my mercury was going, and like I was like, nah, I'll smoke it in a little bit. Nah, I'll smoke it in a little bit. Nah, I'll smoke it in a little bit. And then even right now, I'm like, well, shit. I could just go to bed without smoking it, you know? But I think it will help my, it will help, I was going to say it will help like calm any kind of anxiety, or it just helped me relax a little bit. So I'm going to smoke this. After I smoke this, I'm going to take you a walk around real quick, and then I'm going to get off and get a little bit of sleep. It kind of makes me have a new respect for the truckers too, you know? The truckers be busted their asses. These gas stations have showers, you guys. That shit's crazy to me. It's a good thing. They got laundries. They got washers and dryers. I don't need it, but I'm just saying, dang, that's kind of cool. I'm like, dang, so the truckers can pull up, get gas. They can go wash their ass. They can get some clean clothes. They don't even have to stay anywhere. So in Tennessee, weed is illegal. And in Arkansas, I believe it's illegal as well. But in Oklahoma, it's medical. So it's like, I have my medical card. I brought my medical card with me because it's like, what the fuck? Say something. I'm traveling and I got my medicine with me. I mean, fuck. I've been smoking weed everywhere. When I was at the Airbnb in Tennessee, they had a hammock in the front. I was just like swinging in the hammock, smoking weed. I was like, fuck it. I can't wait to see the mountains tomorrow and take footage, because I know that that's crazy. I just seen a sign that said Black Horse. So there's, sorry, I'm getting downloads, Rachel. There's black magic being used here in Arkansas. Little Rock. Huh. 111, 111, 111. I know that when I record the mountains, and not just the mountains, wherever, thank you. Wherever I record, whether it's like going to the Colorado mountains, going to the Appalachian mountains, going to these Ouachita mountains, going to the ocean. I went to Florida 2 years ago, and I recorded all that. That's when I first started YouTube and I first started blogging. Yeah, we need to look into the history of Little Rock. There's something dark. Hey, Kelsey. So, no matter what, like, I record, like, I went to Florida. All right, check this out, guys. Like 2 years ago, I went to, was it 2 years ago? 2022. It was February 2022. I went to Florida, and my YouTube channel, I wasn't on Instagram yet, but I did have my YouTube channel. And so Source was like, I want you to start vlogging your trips. And I'm like, okay. So I went to Siesta Keys. If you guys look up Siesta Key Beach in Florida, it's the #1 beach in America. And so if you guys go back into my footage on YouTube, which my YouTube is Lighthouse Delphi, Sarah the Mediterranean Goddess, or Mediterranean Goddess 1111. You'll see all my footage from Siesta Key on there. And when I did the research on Siesta Key, I wanted to know, like, why was it the #1 beach? And it was supposed to be the #1 beach because of like how clean it is, how beautiful it is. And check this out. I know why it's the #1 beach. I found out that the actual sand there is crystal quartz. So the entire sand there is crystal quartz, bro. So that was my first vlog for my Lighthouse Travels. I call it Lighthouse Travels or Lightworks Travels. Because we're taking our light and we're radiating our light wherever we go, right? So my first place I went was Siesta Key in Florida. The second place I went was the Colorado Rocky Mountains. And now I went to the Appalachian Mountains in Knoxville, Tennessee. You know, and I shine my light there. Source has me in Little Rock right now. I'm shining my light here, but it has a dangerous feeling to it. There's something dangerous about this place. There's something dark about it. There's something hidden. There's something. And, you know, I rebuke it. I take authority over it. In Jesus' name. Because I think that it's trying to it tries to like attack the people and try to keep the people oppressed and keep the people in chaotic energy and, you know, dirty and sweaty, and it's just very yucky feeling, you know. So I'm here shining my light. But tomorrow, guys, when I go to the Wachita Mountains, when I go into the Quapaw healing waters, I'm gonna film it all, just like I did the other stuff. And check this out, even though you guys can't be with me, like to actually, because like how I would rather have it is I'd rather have you guys with me, because then like you guys are just as empathic as me, so then you guys would feel it too, and then we can join our power together, and it will just amplify and radiate that much more light out. But since I can't do that at the moment, eventually maybe we can, but at the moment it's just me and the staff that Corey blessed me with. It's me and my staff. Queen of Wands energy, right? Yeah, Queen of Wands, pioneer, blazing through. So check this out. Tomorrow when I go over there, I feel like I'm going to give the collective light codes. So even though you guys can't be there with me in the frequency, you guys will still receive certain light codes and certain frequencies by watching the reels and watching the lives. Because Source is telling me that each place that I go, it's an exchange happening. Yes, I'm raising the frequency of the area, but the area is also giving transmissions and light codes and healing. So it's like, even if I can only get a picture of it or a video of it, it will still be a little distorted because you're not here in actual person, but you're still going to receive certain frequencies and certain light codes. So I'm so excited to be able to do that. It's the Quapaw native healing lands and healing waters that I'm gonna be going to. All right, Rach, you said Little Rock. In 1957, federal troops were sent into Little Rock to enforce the United States Supreme Court ruling in Brown versus Board of Education against racial segregation in public schools. Which, can I say something? Ooh, somarakashitiko soporoko shototakasata takamashita kapasata toroko shototo. Ooh, Father God, I ask you, Holy Spirit, to cover the children of Little Rock. I have goosebumps all over my whole body. Cover the children of Little Rock, Lord. Let them be safe in their schools. Let them be safe. Ashe. If you guys remember, I believe the massive school shooting was in Little Rock. So we're talking a generational stronghold when it comes to the system and the infrastructure of this city, when it comes to race, when it comes to schooling, when it comes to knowledge and education. It's that oppression. There is a spirit, a demonic stronghold of oppression here that is over the children, especially of different races. And I just rebuke that and I bind that up right now. I send it to the light to be transformed and be used for the good, for those that love God. Ashe. Yeah, there was a massive shooting out here in the schools. So that's how we do it, y'all. We use our throat chakra. We use our voice to change the frequency, to flip it. That's what I just did. But I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to go to the healing waters and the healing lands tomorrow, because that's the exchange. You come, you heal an area, then you go and you receive healing from another area. Because God's telling me right now, there's areas of the world that are meant to heal us. And Gaia loves it. She loves healing us. It's the mother, the nurturer. She wants to heal us. But then there's part of Gaia that is so wounded. There's part of Gaia, and it's not even a Gaia, because Gaia is 9D. So at this point, it's Earth. It's what do they say? Terra. And she's wounded and she's hurting. And she needs us to come and bring healing to the land. So today, tonight, I bring healing to this land. And tomorrow I go to receive healing from the natives and from the healing lands. This is what balance is. That's why we're sent out to do grid work. So we're sent out to do grid work to balance the frequencies. It's not all about raising the frequency, Source is telling me right now. Source said it's not all about raising the frequency, raising the vibe. It's about balance. So if there's too much dark, there needs to be some light to balance it out. Yes, then we can raise the frequency and raise the vibe after that, because then it's like a, sorry, I'm getting a vision. So it's like you can go higher, but you're teeter-tottering first, because first you got to balance, and then you can go higher. You got to balance and you can go higher. So the earth is trying to balance so it can ascend. Balance so it can ascend. And she can't do it by herself. She needs us, the body, to go out and use our healing hands, our healing vessels, our physical vessels, our bodies, to connect with her. That is the connection. The connection, the body is the mother. This is my physical, and that's part of the earth. My body's going to go back to her. She's asking for me to lay my hands on her. That's why it's important, guys, that wherever we go, that we smile and we do that we're ourselves, because we're empaths. So if we go into a place and it feels low vibe, we immediately feel those low vibes, and we can become and absorb that and become those low vibes. And Source is asking us to hold our power and hold our ground no matter where we go, so that the balance can be created. Anyways, how you guys doing? Anybody can jump on live with me if you want to. I'm gonna save it though. I'm gonna save this because I was planning on just, relaxing and smoking, but a lot of deep downloads came through, so I feel like I should save it. Yes. It's almost like it's see, it is protecting our energy, but the way that I'm seeing for us to protect our energy is to push our energy out. Because like when I tell myself, oh, protect my energy, I focus it back inward, right? And I'm like, all right, let me focus on myself, let me protect my energy, I'm sovereign, I'm call my energy back, blah blah blah. But Source is showing me right now that whenever I travel, or if anybody's ever called to do grid work, that I'm supposed to push my energy out, and that's how I protect it. Because if I'm pushing my energy out, those low vibrational energies and those demonic spirits, they have to bow, because then I'm in authority. I'm standing in my authority. I'm standing in my solar plexus. I'm standing in my authority. I'm standing in my power, so they have to bow. Ashe. So, anyways, I love y'all. I want to take you guys for a little walk around here real quick, so you can see what I'm talking about. Watch, I'm going to show you guys the healing waters in the mountains tomorrow, a place for us to tap in to receive, and I'm going to show you guys tonight what this is. I love that shit, that type of shit, Rachel. The MacArthur Museum is one of the most haunted places in the South. Apparently, yeah. You guys, the Trail of Tears. Do you guys know what the Trail of Tears are? The Trail of Tears is when the white people came over to, well, and I don't even want to say it like that because, you know, but when the British came over to the United States and they were colonizing, they took all the Native Americans. Now, Source wants me to explain this. The Native Americans were the indigenous people here in the United States. And they live in different areas. Like some Native Americans were nomads and they moved around. Some of them stayed in an area. Some of them were in the, you know, were in the colder areas. Some of them were in the hotter areas. And they all had different ways of living and different language and everything, right? And the British came to colonize and they wanted to assimilate the Native Americans. And assimilation is basically to steal from them. Man, I'm channeling the ancestors. Here we go. Let's go. They wanted to assimilate my people. They wanted to assimilate the indigenous tribes. They wanted to take away their hair, take away their crown, take away their visions, take away their dance, take away their medicine, take away their being, take away the deities that they connected with, Mother Earth. You know, they wanted to take away everything that they were and make them into little British soldiers, basically. So they would steal the children and they would put them in homes like boarding schools, but they were assimilation schools. What I'm talking about is very, very powerful right now. They would put them in assimilation schools, guys. And then check this out. They made a march. Okay, now think about this. There were Native Americans all over the United States. So if you think about it as states, even though the states weren't formed yet, they were just starting to colonize. You're talking about from New York to Florida to California, there were Native American tribes everywhere. So they took these Native American tribes. Okay, I feel like this is, we need, the more we talk about it, the more we do it. We do the Native American people and the people of the Aborigines from the land that are from the land. We're giving him justice and respect. Okay, so this is root chakra activation for Gaia. I'm not even talking about, because we're all one, guys. I'm not talking about one race over the other race. I'm not talking about this person's better than that person. None of that. That's where division comes in. That's where the reptilians come in, and they want to cause division. And we don't allow that. We're all one. That's why it's so fucking wrong. That's why I'm not, I have a little bit of, because I was told by spirit, I have some Abenaki. But that's not even why I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying because we're all one. In humanity, you don't treat people like this. They went to their land and they took them and they made them walk the Trail of Tears. They call it the Trail of Tears. Now, afterwards, they call it the Trail of Tears. At the time, they were taking the Native American people and making them walk thousands and thousands and thousands of miles from their homes. They didn't want to. They were being forced to. Off of their fucking land. Off of their healing waters. Off of their shit. And they were pushed all to where? To Oklahoma. Guess where I live, guys? I live in fucking Oklahoma. They pushed all Native American people from all over the United States. Imagine how big the United States is. So they were spread out. And they were different, like I said. All of them were different. Different languages, different ways of living, different medicine, different deities they connected with, everything different. And they took them and put them all together in one state. And the state is the state that I now live in. I wasn't born in that state, but I've been living there for 15 years. And it's the state of Oklahoma. And everything they do is native. Native this, native that, right? Because there's a lot of native people there, but it's just fucked up because that wasn't their original land to begin with. And around here is the Trail of Tears. They have stuff about the Trail of Tears around here. And they call it the Trail of Tears because many people lost their lives. Many Native Americans lost their lives on the way. They lost their children, they lost their family, and they lost their lives. So they call it now the Trail of Tears because they fucking cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. The teardrops of humanity. The teardrops of suffering of humanity. From one human to another. From a human to a human. People want to say like black on black crime and shit. Yeah, that's a setup. The fucking government wants that. The government wants all minorities. So all propaganda bullshit. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. But I do want to say that tomorrow when I go to the mountains and I pass the Trail of Tears and I go to the healing lands and the healing waters, I'm going to be bathing in the tears of our ancestors. And I'm going to heal. What an honor. What an honor to be able to heal in that way. And what an honor it is to walk these shitty ass, fucking bullshit ass streets over here with these Trail of Tear ass motherfuckers. Just for Gaia. I'm doing this for Earth. I'm doing this for humanity, yo. When we love each other, guys, when we love each other with pure heart and pure intention, because I love you, it does something, y'all. It does something for me, for you, for us, for the earth, for the galaxy, for all the star planets. You guys, Corey was surprised I pulled up on his ass. Corey was surprised. He's like, you really came? Yeah. I fucking told you I love you, dude. Of course I fucking came. The fuck? All right, check this out, guys. I know I look a little wrecked, but you know. All right, we're going to go this way. Oh, it kind of quieted down after I prayed, too. But you got truckers, okay? All these trucks are running, okay? They're all running. It calmed down a little bit, bro, a little bit. It feels so wrong out here. It feels wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. But look, it's called it's called Loves. This shit ghetto than a bitch. This shit's so ghetto. I'm not even talking about the street, the feeling in the astro. The feeling in the astro. Just coming from Knoxville where it feels so light. And then here, yo, it feels heavy. I don't like it. I don't want to live here. I don't even want to be here overnight. Let me put my feet. Damn. Gaia said put... Damn, hold on. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting downloads. Gaia asked me if I could put my feet on her. My bare feet. And I was about to do it. And I saw how gross the floor was. How many cigarette butts and all kinds of shit was over there. And I should go over there and start picking it up. Start picking it up. But I couldn't do it. But I am going to put my feet in the dirt. But I'm just going to choose a better, cleaner spot. I'm sorry, Gaia. I'm sorry they even do you like this. That's terrible, man. That's fucking terrible. This shit. This shit ghetto. I'm sorry, Gaia. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I could cry right now, you guys. I'm so happy we prayed and we came into agreement together for the children, for the education system, for the racial division. We came against that. And now we're just praying right onto the earth. Receive healing, Gaia. I love you so much. I love you, Mother. Thank you for everything that you give me. Thank you for everything that you give the collective. Thank you for everything that you gave our ancestors. Thank you for all the resources that you give us. I'm so sorry that people treat you the way that they do, man. God, this should be pissing me off. It smells like doo-doo. Like, I'm not trying to be funny or nasty or nothing. It just smells like doo-doo over here. It smells like shit. It's like, It's gotten a lot better, you guys. It's gotten a lot better out here. It was way busier, way crazier about 2 hours ago. Starting to chill out. And I'm going to keep doing rounds around the building. You guys, this is like the 4th time I've walked around the building and prayed. This is not the first. This is the 4th time. And I got here at 9 o'clock. I feel like I'm doing like the people in the walls of Jericho. They marched around the walls like we ain't doing that. Let the walls fall. I keep looking over my shoulder though, like you ain't about to get me. I used to be in martial arts, you guys, so I'm sensitive. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to do nothing, but like if somebody tried to come up behind me, what I would probably do, because I don't have any mace, is if you go like, I'm gonna teach you guys something. Okay, I know I'm chunky right now, okay, but check this out. I used to be a black belt in Taekwondo. Well, I guess I still am. I just haven't done it in a while. But I used to teach the beginners and the intermediate class, and then I also used to teach the women's self-defense class. Okay? So I used to always tell women this in my class, that like if I'm walking out to my car and I feel a certain way, and this is for guys too, you know, guys like hacks like this, but if I'm walking and I feel a certain way, like somebody's coming up behind me, I'm gonna put my key in my hands like this. I'm gonna make a fist and I'm gonna hit that motherfucker in the fucking eye. Okay? Literally just like this, and then boom. But make sure you step into it. Boom! You gotta step into it. I used to listen, I'm a domestic violence survivor, okay? So that's why it's so important to me when I say stuff like that. And I know I act like I'm very masculine at times, but I'm actually a very sensitive woman. But the reason why is because I'm a domestic violence survivor. And so I've been in several relationships. It took, you know, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had to be in, I don't even want to say it because it sounds like I'm a dumbass, but I'm really just stubborn. I'm so stubborn. I was in 4, like they, you know, a couple of them were serious, and you know, my baby daddy, if you want to talk ghetto like that, my kid's father. But yeah, I had to learn my lesson the hard way, because I had low self-worth, because I used to get abused growing up. So I was beat growing up. So then when it happened in relationships, I thought it was normal. So when I was able to learn martial arts, I still didn't have a voice. And I still, even though I knew what to do to protect myself, I still wouldn't do it, because Source had to awaken me. So it's like, once I was awakened to the pattern and everything like that, then I was able to do something different and really understand and work on self-worth. That's why when I say Lighthouse Delphi, we are more than enough. That's what I mean. Is we don't do that. We don't let people treat us like that. So you can defend yourself physically if you need to, and I could teach you how. And you can also defend yourself really by your heart and your voice, actually standing up for yourself, because you can know what to do all day, but if you're too scared to do it because of, you know, being abused or whatever the case, then what does it matter, right? So it's really the both. You got to be able to know what self-defense things to do, but then you also have to be able to really know your worth and not allow people to treat you that way too. So with all that being said, I love y'all. Yes. I'm telling you guys, when we have retreats, I want to do like an exercise portion. So I want us to like go on hikes together, and I want us to do a lot of things together. But we can as we expand and we get bigger and bigger, it could be different groups. Like some people might like running, some people might like just walking, some people might like actually doing yoga, you know what I'm saying, or doing martial arts. So I want there to be a variety there. But when we first start out, I want us to be able to do whatever together. You know, if we want to do yoga today, or if we want to do go hiking tomorrow, or whatever it is. Or I could show you guys some of my some martial arts. I could teach you guys how to punch. I could teach you guys how to break boards. I could teach you guys how to kick different kicks. And it's really to be able to develop your skills, to defend yourself spiritually and physically, you know. But all right, you guys, I'm just talking now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. I love y'all, and I will see you guys in the morning, even though it's already 3-4 o'clock in the morning over here in the United States. But you guys might be asleep. You guys might be asleep when I come on, but look for some reels or some shit tomorrow.